Welcome back. I am your host, Susanna May O'Hagan, and today we are going to be talking about Bunk'd. Bunk'd is an American comedy television series created by Pamela O'Connell that aired that originally aired on Disney Channel from July 31st, 2015 to August 2nd, 2024. The series is a spin-off of Jessie for the first three seasons, including run turning star Peyton List, Sky Jackson, and Kyra Barr, as well as Miranda May, who has also starred on the series the entire run. Emma, Ravi, and Zuri leave New York City and head off to Moose Rump, Maine, to spend the summer at Camp Kikiwaka, where their parents meet as teenagers. The Ross children and their families have tried their best to adapt to their lives at camp, which was founded by Judith and is named after a legendary Bigfoot-like creature that lives in the nearby forest. The camp has a reputation of staying open despite violating various health codes and safety regulations. And We Don't Start the Fire, several cabins are destroyed by a fire. After a candle is left unattended, We Can't Bear It, the Ross children return with a new generation of campers to find the cabins were never rebuilt, and Gladys ran away with the insurance money. The children include pageant girl Destiny, cautionary boy Mateo, and Lou's messy second cousin Finn. The Ross children then convince their parents to buy Camp Kikiwaka and put them in charge. Eventually, Emma, Ravi, and Zuri agree to sell the camp to Lou while they go pursue their dream jobs. And who the boss? Lou the boss. Lou is now in charge of Camp Kikiwaka, while Lou gains Ava and Noah as fellow counselors. Mateo, and Finn gain Gwen as a fellow camper. In RV Having Fun Yet, new character Parker Parson, who is the great-grandson of Judith Parker Hatch Joe, who co-owns the Camp Kikiwaka in the past, is introduced. Now Parker has arrived to become the co-owner and improve Camp Kikiwaka in appearance and camper attendance. In the sixth season, Lou, Parker, Noah, and Destiny head to Dusty Trust, weird name, Wyoming, to open a new camp at a dude ranch, which they purchase from the marshal. There, they encourage another new generation of campers, including fearless daredevil Winnie, enthusiastic cowboy wannabe Bill, and video game fanatic Jake. In the seventh season, Lou, Parker, her right-hand man, and counselor Destiny and Noah accompany her on the final adventure at Kikiwaka Ranch. Winnie, the daredevil, gamer Jake, and cowboy Bill are also returning for an exciting summer filled with new experiences. Main cast: Peyton List as Emma Ross, the oldest of the Ross kids, and counselor in training and in Cabin Woodchuck. She is shown to have a unique sense of fashion. She becomes manager of the camp in the third season. By the end of the third season, she becomes a supermodel in Milan for her mother's clothing line. Emma later returns to Camp Kikiwaka, and Lou's still the boss, but now there's a Ross to visit Lou while originally laying low after her disastrous start on the runway for her debut fashion line led her to accidentally falling onto Beyonce and then ran off. Lou, Destiny, and Ava are able to help her regain her confidence to try that fashion line debut again. Ravi an extremely smart counselor in training in Cabin Grizzly, the second youngest of the Ross children, he brings his pet Asian watermarm, Mrs. Kipling, to camp in the third season. He becomes camp chef and lead male counselor by the end of the third season. Ravi is accepted into a scientific fellowship. Zuri, a sweet yet sharp, sarcastic, and talkative girl, she is the youngest of the Ross children and is a camper at Cabin Woodchuck. By the end of the third season, Zuri becomes an internet intern at her father's filming studio. Lou Hockenhauser, a highly enthusiastic farm girl and Emma's friend. She's the counselor of Cabin Woodchuck and is a long-term friend of Xander. In the fourth season, she becomes the head district director of Camp Kikiwaka. And Under the Dock, her full name is revealed to be Luella Dorcas Hockenhauser. In season 6, Lou becomes the co-owner of Kikiwaka Ranch. Xander, the popular head counselor of Grizzly Cabin and resident musician, he is a long-term friend of Lou and became the love interest of Emma. Dodger, a boy of Hispanic descent who is Ravi's friend and a camper in Cabin Grizzly, he is shown to be very messy, unclean, and calls people weirdo. Oh, Jorge. I couldn't figure out how to say his name. Once claimed that he was abducted by aliens. Tiffany, a young girl camper of Chinese descent whom Zuri befriends. She has an overbearing mother who expects a lot out of her. Destiny Baker, a girl who has won almost all of the beauty pageants she has ever competed in. She is also very competitive and wants to win at all costs. During season 6 at Kikiwaka Ranch, Destiny becomes a counselor for Mustang Cabin. Mateo, a caution boy who can find danger in any situation, packs spider and snake bite kits, would rather not be at Camp Kikiwaka, and Sparks speaks Portuguese when he is either scared or emotional. In Happy Trails, Mateo is shown to have become a camp counselor at Camp Kikiwaka and is applying for a college while still in a relationship with Gwen. Finn Sawyer, Lou's second cousin and a messy boy who does not care about hygiene, washing his clothes or using his toothbrush, and by all means, his last name is revealed to be Sawyer in Finn to Win It. Finn visits the Kikiwaka Ranch to undergo counselor training. In Happy Trails, Finn is now a counselor at Camp Kikiwaka. Ava King, a teenager from the big city and a new counselor who has never camped before. In Happy Trails, Ava is revealed to have become the camp director at Kikiwaka, even though she considered herself to be a camp overlord. Gwen, a young girl who has lived off the grid her whole life and was previously homeschooled by her parents. In the 5th season, Gwen's family has moved to the city and she is unable to attend Kikiwaka, though she still texts Destiny advice on how to operate in the city. She later visits the camp in Crushing It and reconnects with her friends. In Happy Trails, Gwen is a counselor at Camp Kikiwaka. It is still a relationship with Mateo and develops some road rage. Noah, a teenager from Los Angeles, a new counselor who's an expert actor. During season 6 at Kikiwaka Ranch, Noah becomes a counselor. Parker Parson, the great-grandson of Camp Kikiwaka's co-founder, Hatchet Joe Parson, having been cut off by his parents for his different bad business ideas, Parker arrives at Camp Kikiwaka in his RV to become the park to become the co-owner of Camp Kikiwaka and uses some of his ideas to improve, which often puts him at odds with Lou. During season 6, Parker becomes the co-owner of Kikiwaka Ranch. Winnie, a fearless girl who earned the nickname Wild Winnie by breaking the rules and occasionally blowing things up. Bill, a nonsense descendant of famous cowboy Bill Pitchett, who prefers roping cattle to hanging out with friends. Jake, a laid-back, easygoing bully who happens to be a video game fanatic. Emma, Ravi, and Zuri head off to the rustic summer camp in Maine where their parents met as teenagers. With their new friend, a love triangle, and the fear of the camp, they settle into their exciting, challenging new lives. The Ross kids head to summer camp, a spin-off of Jesse, Emma, Robbie, and Zuri spend the summer at Maine, Camp Kikiwaka, where their parents met, where they were teenagers. The kids aren't used to being in the great outdoors, so cheerful head counselor Lou and Camp Heartthrob Xander help the siblings adjust to being at camp and show them the ropes of outdoor life, while Emma and Robbie become counselors in training, learning how to be responsible role models for young campers. Zuri becomes friends with a couple of the kids at the camp studios, Tiffany and Jorge. Together, the Ross children settle into their new lives as they adapt to their summer homes away from home. 56% in popcorn meter. Emma, Ravi, and Zuri Ross leave the loud and noisy streets of New York City to visit Camp Kikiwaka, which is the same camp where their parents met. While Ravi and Zuri meet Jorge and Tiffany, Emma befriends Lou and develops an interest in Xander while competing against Hazel. Due to Hazel's trick where Emma and Zuri end up in the woods, Xander drags Lou, Ravi, Jorge, Tiffany, and Hazel to go get them while being stalked by the Kikiwaka. I hope you all enjoyed this little bit about Camp Kikiwaka, which is a spin-off of Jesse. I hope you all have a great and wonderful day. Bye for now.